Hi there and welcome back to another NJS instructional video. So it's been nearly 6 years of owning and operating this Rancilio Silvia V6 coffee machine. These days we don't really see any true long-term reviews beyond 3 months. However, often when we conduct our own research of purchasing and owning a coffee machine, we are seeking to understand how well does it perform over time. Are there any issues to watch out for? Any expensive fixes, and how long can I expect it to last? If this is you, then welcome. This is the video for you. This is my Rancilio Silvia V6 coffee machine, which I purchased at full price nearly 6 years ago and have operated almost daily and sometimes more ever since. In this video, I'll give you my honest thoughts on my experience over the last 6 years with this coffee machine. Firstly, 3 words to describe the Rancilio Silvia: timeless, faithful, and unassuming. Now, before I dive deeper into why I have chosen these 3 words, let's provide some history of the Rancilio Silvia's origins and then some of my own personal history with coffee machines. Rancilio is an Italian company who specialise in commercial coffee machines and have been doing so since 1927. In 1997, as a thank you to some of its biggest distributors, Rancilio made and gifted them the Silvia coffee machine. The Silvia, also nicknamed the Miss Silvia, was only ever intended as a limited run of machines. It featured commercial grade components, a high quality metal construction, a brass boiler with a very powerful steamer, a 3-way solenoid valve and 58mm group head portafilters. It became a huge success due to its reliability, simplicity, elegance and great coffee making ability. Demand was that high that Rancilio decided to make the Silvia a mainstream product. Nearly 30 years on, the Silvia has gone through 5 more iterations, and what you see now is the 6th generation of Silvias, simply known as the V6. The beauty of the Silvia is that its look is timeless. The changes over the years have been subtle and have improved the machine's efficiency, performance, yet not taken away from its elegance. Rancilio's philosophy of building a commercial coffee machine for the domestic or home markets really shines in the Silvia. All of its components are serviceable, meaning you can source spare parts easily. The design and construction of the Rancilio is really world class. Simply open the hood and have a look at the layout of the internal components, as well as the quality of the components themselves. Nearly everything is easy to locate, access, and replace if need be. Contrast this with something like my former Breville, where components were hard to locate, hard to access, and spare parts were almost non-existent. Just look at all the wires going everywhere. And this is a key difference between a machine and an appliance. A machine is a true workhorse, a reliable investment with parts readily available and a lifespan of almost decades. An appliance has a limited life, will serve you well for a short time, but don't expect parts to be easy to come by, nor quality service, nor reliability. This is also a nice segue into my personal history of coffee machines. My first coffee machine was a Breville dual boiler, which also had featured on this channel. The Breville was a gift and I owned it for approximately 6 years. Whilst at the start it was good and made a reasonable coffee, over the years I continued to have ongoing issues with it, and parts were very difficult and expensive to come by. Over time, its performance degraded, had ongoing leaks, and even from an aesthetic perspective, did not hold up well. Maybe it was the mix of many plastic components, both internally and externally. As an example, the Breville had plastic water tubes for supply and steam. The Rancilio has copper. Family members have also owned Breville coffee machines, each with their own problems and issues. In fact, I became that disheartened that I almost gave up on domestic coffee machines altogether. Yes, I nearly resorted to a life of instant coffee. However, then I remembered my uncle had a coffee machine that at the time was 15 years old, now is more like 20, and he had never had an issue with it. I realised that he had an earlier version of the Rancilio Silvia. After my own research, I could see many, if not most owners of the Silvia love their machine and had it for many years without any issues. I then decided to bite the bullet and bought the Rancilio Silvia back in May 2020. Thankfully, it has been no turning back, no regrets, and the machine has been absolutely flawless since day one. Now let's cover the positives and the strengths of the Rancilio Silvia. Positives include 1. Simplicity. A total of 4 industrial grade switches and 1 steam valve. Each are clearly marked, easy to use and reliable. If you ever need to replace one, which is unlikely, then spare parts are readily available. 2 LEDs provide the only feedback an operator needs. That is the green LED showing that power is on, and the amber LED that the boiler element is heating up. 2. The compact size. The amount of bench space a Rancilio takes up is actually quite small. Although it is small, it is actually quite heavy, and this is because of the industrial grade componentry and heavy duty construction, and this also works in its favour as it's less likely to move around on the bench compared to lighter machines. 3. Reliable. The machine as a whole, and especially the water pump, is just as strong today as it was when I first purchased the machine. It has a strong duty cycle, meaning you can make coffees continuously without it ever becoming tired or showing signs of slowing down. Additionally, I've never needed to replace any seals or gaskets since owning it. The only time I've ever had to replace the seals, one in the group head and the other in the steam valve, was only for video purposes to demonstrate how to do it. The machine for me has been faultless, trouble-free, and it's still going strong. 4. Timeless. The design and look of the Silvia is still just as relevant today as it was nearly 30 years ago, and that's a good testament to the original designers of this machine in how right they got the design. 5. Unassuming. For its class and price, the Rancilio really punches above its weight, making excellent coffees you would expect in a much pricier and fancier looking machine. You expect a great coffee made by La Marzocco, for example, especially for something over 6 times the price of the Silvia. However, for what you get with the Silvia, as well as proven reliability and longevity, it represents excellent value for money. 6. Powerful. Not only is the water pump exceptionally powerful, its ability to steam milk is also just as strong. In fact, despite it being a single boiler, I can still make a milk-based coffee quicker than my Breville dual boiler. 7. Serviceability. This is a huge pro for me. Despite being an overall reliable machine, if the machine is not looked after, components may damage. In the rare need you do require parts, they are readily available. 8. Wear and tear. As you can see, the machine looks just as good now, 6 years later, than when I first bought it. Overall wear and tear is minimal, and the only item showing hints of wear is the coffee symbol printing on the rocker switch. Over the last 6 years, I've been using the standard 14-gram double portafilter basket. Now the factory basket has been excellent. It's manufactured by IMS and is of a very high quality. Over time, however, it has actually bowed out, ever so slightly. Now this may be due to the pressure from the group head during extraction over those many years, or more likely due to my over-tamping with excessive force. However, more on this basket a bit later. Additionally, the steam wand does show ever so slight signs of leaking, maybe a drop here and there whilst the machine is on, but nothing out of the ordinary. And really, that's it. 9. The price. As mentioned before, the price point of the Silvia is at a similar level to a half-decent domestic coffee machine appliance like a Breville dual boiler. However, a machine like the Silvia should be worth much more given the quality of construction, components used, and the quality of coffees it can produce. Now, some of the negatives. 1. Ease of use. The Silvia, while simple, does have a small learning curve compared to a domestic appliance. In my Rancilio Silvia 101 video, I cover off the recommended steps and workflow on how to get the best out of the machine, including priming the boiler before use. Using these tips, I've never had my boiler burn out or any other issues. However, the small learning curve is worth the results. 2. The solenoid drain. The solenoid drain is located just behind the main splash panel, and in theory discharges into the water catch tray. However, in the last year or so, I found water leaking and going underneath the tray. The fix is relatively simple. By extending and redirecting the solenoid discharge port further into the water tray, this issue becomes resolved. Check out my video in the link above on how to solve this. And if you do notice this and you don't resolve the issue, rust can start to form underneath the tray. 3. No pressure gauge. Now this is not so much an issue, however would be a nice to have. In the Silvia Pro X version, it does include a pressure gauge. However, in my opinion, by not having one, it actually teaches you to monitor better your coffee extraction, your pour rates, your grind settings, and so on. However, you can also buy aftermarket DIY gauge kits for this machine. Stay tuned for a future video in where I show you how I went about installing a DIY gauge kit for the Rancilio Silvia. For temperature surfing, again, this is not so much an issue for me, but rather getting to learn how the machine works and using it at its full potential. The Silvia has no PID control, meaning the boiler temperature can fluctuate between the low 80 and high 90 degrees Celsius mark. To ensure you get the ideal brewing temperature, you need to temperature surf. Simply flush the group head until the amber light comes on. Wait for it to reach temperature and then turn off. Then immediately pour your coffee shot. Now there are aftermarket PID controls for this. I'm not overly keen on them, however. They do look clunky and in my opinion not really required. In the later versions of the Silvia, Rancilio also thermally insulated the boiler, which enables better heat retention and less thermal losses. Over the years of owning the Silvia, I've also learned quite a few things and made tweaks and minor changes either to the machine, the tools, or workflow, which have made a considerable difference overall. Now the two changes which have made the greatest impact were one, reducing the boiler pressure from around 12 bar down to around 9.5 bar, and two, upgrading to a Mazza Mini grinder. Firstly, lowering the boiler pressure from around 12 bar down to around 9.5 bar by adjusting the overpressure valve in the Silvia. From factory, the Silvias are calibrated to a group head pressure of around 11 bar or around 12 bar of pressure in the boiler. Lowering this down to around 8.5 bar of pressure at the group head, or approximately 9.5 bar at the boiler, made a significant difference to the coffee extraction, and putting it simply, the coffee tasted much better, with less bitterness and overall better consistency. Of all the tweaks I will cover, this made the greatest positive difference to the coffee taste. A properly dialed in Silvia will give you exceptional results. Stay tuned for a future video on where I show you how to adjust the overpressure valve in the Silvia. Secondly, the grinder. Upgrading to the Mazza Mini was a big step up from the Breville Smart Grinder Pro I used to have. This also made a considerable difference to the coffee extraction and taste. I found that the Breville was simply not up to the task to grind coffee fine enough to match the power of the Silvia. I could not get consistent results and its performance was underwhelming. You can check out my video where I compare the Mazza Mini, the Breville Smart Grinder Pro, and the Rancilio Rocky coffee grinders in much more depth. Now these next upgrades are more recent, yet also more minor compared with the first two. Recently, I upgraded my Rancilio tamper to a Weber Workshops self-leveling, force-regulated tamper. Whilst the tamper that comes with the Silvia is great, its outer diameter is too small and means during tamping that the sides of the ground coffee are actually missed. It's also not self-leveling and easy to tamp on an angle, making it less consistent. The Weber Workshops tamper solves these two problems. Firstly, it is force regulated, fitted with a 9 kg spring and also comes with a 12 kg spring. This ensures a consistent tamping pressure and level each time. This also helps to prevent over-tamping and damaging the basket. Secondly, due to its larger diameter, it has enough reach to ensure no ground coffee is left on the sides of the basket. Interestingly, I still found that the standard Rancilio 14 gram double portafilter basket still had some untamped coffee remaining on the sides, whereas in my VST 18 gram basket there was no such problem, possibly because of the VST's higher tolerance on the inner diameter. And this leads me to my next upgrade, being the VST 18 gram basket. This is also very recent and a notable upgrade from the Rancilio's IMS manufactured 7 gram and 14 gram baskets. The VST basket has less flow restriction, meaning the grinder settings need to be dialed in accordingly to ensure optimal extraction pressure. As a disclaimer, at the time of this video, I haven't used the VST basket enough to be proficient with it and make further comments on it, but I do look forward to working with it in the near future. The final upgrade I made was purchasing the Rancilio bottomless portafilter. This was not only a fun upgrade, but finally allowed me to see what was taking place during the coffee extraction process. For now, I've paired it with a standard Rancilio 14-gram basket, and to date has given some visually spectacular results, as well as helped me see any deficiencies like channeling caused by my coffee preparation and tamping process. This has encouraged me to take that little bit of extra time preparing to give a better result. So overall, the Rancilio Silvia has been a true workhorse in our household and a machine worth my investment. I hope this video has been informative. Don't forget to like it, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and hit that bell notification icon. Thanks for watching.